Welcome to Natora Yoga. My name is Gigi and I am so happy to be your guide through today's yoga practice. Today's theme is self-care. Life's fast pace can cause us to lose sight of our true selves. We can become so busy with stress, responsibilities, and distractions, and it takes a toll on our health, well-being, work, and relationships. It is essential to prioritize the relationship we have with ourselves. Take a moment to acknowledge the effort it took to set aside time out of your busy day to care for yourself and send yourself some gratitude. To begin, find a comfortable seated position on your mat. You can sit on the edge of a blanket or a block to help support your hips and knees. Once you found your seat, ground down through your sit bones, lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders back, lengthen your neck, and gaze forward. Let's take 3 deep breaths to settle into our practice. You may close your eyes for this part. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's begin to warm up our bodies with a seated twist. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee, and your left hand is propped behind you as you twist your body to the left. Inhale your arms back up. Exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand propped behind you as you twist to the right. Inhale your arms back up. Exhale, you can release your hands back down to the mat. For our side body stretch, walk your right hand out to the side. Inhale your left arm up and over as you stretch towards the right. Inhale back to center. Now let's go towards the left. Walk your left hand out to the side. Inhale your right arm up and over as you stretch towards the left. Inhale back to center. Moving into table pose. Come on your hands and your knees on the mat. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Your hips are stacked over your knees. Your feet can be untucked, resting on the mat. Your gaze is towards the mat. Your spine is nice and long. Draw the navel towards the spine to engage the core. Table pose. Moving into our cat-cow movement. For cat pose, round your spine. Your tailbone is facing down. You're pushing the ground away from you. Shoulders are away from the ears. Cat pose. Drop your belly down. Your tailbone is up. Gaze is forward or up. Cow pose. Try this again. Exhale, cat pose, rounded spine. Inhale, cow pose, belly down, gaze up. One more time. Exhale, cat pose, pushing the ground away from you. Drop your belly down, gaze up, cow pose. Come back to center. Bring your feet together and your knees wide. Shift your hips back, seated onto your heels. You can stretch your arms out in front of you and rest your head on the mat. Child's pose. Take a couple moments to breathe here. From child's pose, shift your weight forward, your hips up, back into a table pose. From table pose, firm your hands, press deeply into the mat, turn on your arm muscles, tuck your toes, inhale to lift your hips up and back into an inverted V shape. Your legs can be straight or bent. Option to take the feet wide. Another option is to pedal out your feet. Draw your navel towards your spine to engage the core. And breathe here. We are transitioning to the top of the mat. Take a look forward and begin to bend your knees as you walk your feet to the top of the mat. Take your time. Land your feet in between your hands. Rest your torso on your upper legs. Your hands can be placed on the ground or onto blocks. Forward fold. From forward fold, option to grab your opposite elbows in a ragdoll variation. You can bend your knees and sway side to side. Release your arms. When you're ready, inhale as you roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly. Inhale your arms up for extended mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Bring your hands down by your sides, mountain pose. From mountain pose, inhale your arms up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, bend your knees, come down to forward fold. Inhale your hands to shins or blocks for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Extend a mountain pose. Hands back to heart center. Go ahead and place one hand on top of the other on your heart. Take a moment here to connect with your body, your breath. Release your hands back down to your sides. Moving into a balancing pose, tree pose. Start in mountain pose. Get strong in your legs. Shift your weight to your right leg. Option to bring your left foot onto your ankle, calf, or your upper thigh. Make sure to avoid the knee. Bring your hands to center. You can stay here, or you can grow your branches up and open, allowing your branches to fill with leaves. You may sway, and that's okay. Inhale back to center. Release your leg, and go ahead and shake out your standing leg. Come back to mountain pose. Now let's switch sides. Your legs are strong. Shift your weight to your left leg. Keep a slight bend in your knee. Bring your foot to the ankle, calf, or into your inner thigh, avoiding the knee. Hands to center. Grow your branches up and open. Allow them to sway. Come back to center. Release your leg and shake it out. Now let's come seated to our mat. Find your way into a laying down position, whichever way works best. Your feet are on the ground, your knees are pointed up. Walk your heels towards your bottom. Inhale to lift the hips up into bridge pose. Option to bring the shoulder blades underneath you and clasp your hands. Take a breath here. Exhale to release the clasp and your hips back down. Bring your feet as wide as the mat and knock your knees towards each other. You can bring your hands onto your belly and your heart and just take a moment in constructive rest. From constructive rest, bring your feet back hips width apart. Your knees are pointed upwards. Stretch your arms out to your sides. Allow your knees to fall to the right as you twist in a spinal twist. Keep both shoulders grounded. Breathe here. Inhale your legs back to center. Allow your knees to fall towards the left. Inhale your legs back to center. Extend your legs and your arms and take up space on the mat. Corpse pose. This is our final resting position. Allow the weight of your body to melt into the ground. Let's take a couple moments of silence. Whenever you're ready, turn to whichever your favorite side is, into a fetal position. Use your top arm to prop your body back up. Find a comfortable seated position on your mat. As we close our practice, thank yourself for taking the time to care for you. By nurturing yourself, you are better equipped to nurture those around you. This world is a better place when we take care of ourselves and each other. Let's take 3 breaths to close our practice. Bring one hand to the heart, another to the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today.